Tonight at 5, the heat is on.
Usually we just stay home and like get in the shade under the trees and try to stay cold.
5 days in the high 90s on the Front Range, a potential record high in Grand Junction. It's so bad we're seeing an excessive heat warning for the first time in state history.
It's very dry for what we normally see this time of year, and of course it's only going to be getting drier.
Plus, we're taking an in-depth look at Colorado's falling fertility rate.
And why Colorado's rebound from the pandemic could drive rent prices even higher.
We are at the beginning of what could be the hottest week of the year, and experts are not treating this one like a run-of-the-mill heat wave.
Because it isn't. Denver could set daily heat records on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Grand Junction could set an all-time heat record if the temperature breaks 106 this week. And we're already seeing the impact. The high heat caused Plum Creek Parkway to buckle in Castle Rock near I-25. Emergency repairs, look at that. They're underway right now, but there could be long delays while they get this fixed.
Wow.
Good evening, and thanks so much for joining us for Denver7 News at 5. I'm Ann Trujillo.
And I'm Shannon Ogden. Glad you're here tonight. This has the potential to be the kind of heat wave you talk about for a long time. It's been 3 years, in fact, since Denver got into the triple digits, and it could happen multiple times this week. Boulder, Fort Collins, and Fort Morgan could all reach 100 as well.
And Denver may set records during this heat wave, but it could be flat out dangerous west of the divide, where they did not get any of the drought-busting rain we saw on the Front Range this spring.
The National Weather Service issued an extremely critical fire warning for northwest Colorado over the weekend. And that's the first time they've done that in 15 years.
Today, the Weather Service put out an excessive heat warning for a portion of western Colorado that includes Grand Junction and Nucla. That has never happened before.
All right, so let's bring in the man of the hour here, Chief Meteorologist Mike Nelson, to put this into context. So what exactly are we talking about this week, Mike?
Well, normally our hottest weather comes in mid-July, so this is a month early. It's happened in June before, but we're seeing it more often now as the climate gets warmer, not only worldwide, but particularly in western United States. So here are the highs we had today. Hit 100 up at Greeley, 98 degrees in Denver. We're still 97 this hour. It's 100 out west at Grand Junction. We have an ozone alert in effect because the combination of the hot weather and low-level exhaust fumes creates low-level ozone. And look across the west. There's hardly any cloud cover at all. The temperatures are just severe throughout the west, and with that, the drought does continue extremely bad, especially western Colorado, Utah, Arizona, down into New Mexico and California. We're at least temporarily drought-free on the eastern plains, but there's not much rain coming up for a while. Record heat at least for the next 2 days. Few cooling thunderstorms. It will turn cooler by the weekend with a better chance of rain coming our way by next weekend. Full details in the 7-day coming up.
All right. Thank you, Mike. So with the heat comes the chance for wildfire activity. There were several small fires reported on I-70 between Avon and Edwards earlier today. None caused major damage. In Jefferson County, firefighters said the Platte River fire is extremely unlikely to grow anymore. It's burned close to 40 acres. It is 50% contained. 2 other major fires are fully contained or almost fully contained. The Straight Creek fire in Summit County and the Dragon fire in northwestern Colorado.
And investigators are looking into the causes of those. Now, in the meantime, they have some common sense advice all of us can follow to cut down on fire activity this summer. First of all, don't set off fireworks. Don't park on dry grass. Don't leave your campfire unattended, of course. And smokers, don't throw your lit cigarette butts out the window.
So with these hot and dry temperatures, we're going to be expecting that grass to dry really fast. And with one loose spark, one dragging chain, one abandoned wildfire, that grass is available and the fire is going to zip right through that.
And the smoke from fires in Utah and western Colorado creating a breathing hazard for people living on the Front Range. But wildfire smoke is not the only issue. We're also starting to see unhealthy levels of ozone. There were 5 ozone action days just last week. Today's another one. And when you see one of these alerts, try to drive less and use less electricity. And
if you do end up going outside during the heat wave, you're going to make sure everybody in the family is prepared, from the adults to the family dog.
That's right. Denver7's Gary Brode has that piece of the story tonight. Hey, Gary.
Hey, and yeah, not a lot of people out today as we were driving around all of Denver. In fact, we were at Wash Park just about an hour ago, saw maybe a couple dozen people, which, you know, on a Monday when the sun is out is usually littered with people, but hey, for good reason. And the ones who were there, by the way, doing like I'm doing right now, finding as much shade as possible. Now, I did talk to an ER doctor over at UC Health, University of Colorado Hospital, and he says stay inside as much as you can if you are going to be out. Make sure to drink water, and not the worst idea to be near a body of water, which is what we saw earlier today at the pools in Denver. That ER doctor says if you are going to be outside, try to keep it to an hour at a time. Now, as for your pets, the time in the sun for them, it should be much less. In fact, about 15 minutes or less if possible, according to the folks over at the Dumb Friends League in Denver. Also, keep your pets off the concrete at all costs.
The paws can burn in a matter of minutes on the pavement. If you think about walking around barefoot, if you've ever walked on hot concrete or hot sand and how quickly your feet start to burn, it's the same thing for a dog or a cat for that matter.
Both the body and the mind. You think the things that you did last week, you want to go out and do it again because it was so much fun. You can't do that the same way this week because your body just hasn't adapted to the heat.
Dr. Todd Clark touched on it right there. Because it was 80 just a few days ago, we really haven't had a lot of time to get acclimated to this, so we really could become very dehydrated quite quickly. As for your pets, of course, as you heard, keep them inside as much as possible. AC, very, very important over the next few days. We're going to get into all of that, including how XL Energy is dealing with those power grids and dealing with any potential shortages. That's coming up at 6 o'clock. Reporting live here in Commerce City, I'm Gary Brode for Denver7.
All right, Gary, not a lot of places to beat the heat right now. City of Denver opened 3 pools today, outdoor pools. They have 11 total of those outdoor pools. Now in 2020, the city didn't open any because of the pandemic.
I think now that we're starting to hopefully get on the other side of this pandemic, I know that it's not complete, but now that things are getting better, I think there's such a general optimism and enthusiasm for our department across the city, but in particular for recreation.
Now, we'll post a link to the City of Denver's pool schedules on the denverchannel.com. Also, by the way, the city is hiring lifeguards. So if you or anybody you know needs a summer job.
And as we continue on the air tonight, jurors are listening to closing arguments in the trial of accused STEM shooter Devin Erickson. The prosecution called 61 witnesses during the weeks-long trial. The defense called 2. Erickson is facing life in prison without parole if he's convicted. Jury deliberations will likely begin tomorrow.
9,000 people signed a petition against a proposed Amazon distribution center in Arvada. They say the facility could impact nearby Ralston Park. Now, Amazon says it would have no effect at all on the park. And it also says this facility would bring close to 300 full-time jobs with a starting wage of $15 an hour. The project's developer is hoping to open by summer 2022. Now, the final decision here is in the hands of Arvada City Council. The meeting just started a few minutes ago. They are scheduled to vote on the Amazon project tonight. I promise you we'll have the results on Denver7 News at 10. Now, it is getting more expensive, as you know, to live in the Front Range. And as the country continues its economic rebound from the pandemic, rent prices are rebounding too.
Experts believe with the eviction moratorium set to expire at the end of the month, we can expect some landlords to increase rent prices to make up for what they lost over the last year. There's also increased demand for big spaces.
2 and 3 bedroom units are things that people are looking for. During the pandemic, it was because everyone, when they're cooped up, they can't go anywhere, they want more space. Also, as you're working from home, it's a lot more convenient to work from home when you're in a 2-bedroom apartment and you have a dedicated room for an office than it would be in a studio apartment when you're working at your kitchen table.
Now, there is one market inefficiency you might want to consider. Since larger spaces are in such high demand, studio apartments might be a better deal than they were this time last year.
Next at 5, baby bust?
There is a relationship between higher levels of education and lower birth rates.
Families in Colorado are not having kids as fast as the rest of the country. Denver7 is going 360, explaining the positives, the consequences, and the why.
And if you're not having your first child until you're 35, then you're only going to have 1 or 2.
Plus, meet the 11-year-old from Aurora who does not plan to lose in his second trip to the National Spelling Bee.
A lot of heat, not much moisture, but that's going to change later this week.